What is going on, everybody? We're back on it. Let me put this on silent. One Piece 508. I had a couple of you give me the breakdown on Boa and her sister's backstory. So they're not blood related, kind of like a Luffy. I think I actually might not even have that confirmed. But regardless, sisters. They were taken and put into slave captivity, taken by celestial dragons, put into the slave trade captivity by celestial dragons, and then freed. And then I don't know if Rayleigh got word that, you know, there had been slaves that had been freed from celestial dragons. You know, they're kind of running around in the area, and he decided to go make it a point to see what he could do, help them out. Not just the girls specifically, just any slaves that he might have come across. Or was it just a luck of the draw, right place, right time? Rayleigh happened to be kind of in the area at the same time that the girls got free. You know, anybody sees a bunch of slaves running around, of course they're probably going to scoop them up and try to protect them. So I don't know if it was more that route, or he was purposely looking to help slaves that got released. They were forcefully given devil's fruits at that time too. And that's kind of where it is. Now, I didn't know that they were taken from Amazon. I didn't know they were already originally from Amazon Lily. I thought the old woman had just scooped them up. And again, so with the old woman, was she... So I guess the first question is like, and then it's like, what can you do? When I found out that they were taken from Amazon Lily, I'm like, these strong, you know, female warriors that probably have hockey related, like, was there no resistance? But then you have to ask yourself, like, what can you do? I mean, you have a choice. There's always a choice. Same thing, like I said, with Garp. The question would be like, well, what could Garp actually do in that situation other than get himself killed? Yes, correct. If Garp probably chose to help Ace break out of that situation, he probably gets dumped on by Goku, by Akainu, by Okuji, by everything else, and it probably might be too much and he might die in that situation. But there is still always a choice to make. But to follow up with that here, I was like, dang, they just let these celestial dragons come in and take these little girls and just leave? But then the follow-up question is like, well, what do you want them to do? If they resist or do anything, you know they don't possess the power to do anything about it. And even if they do choose to do something about it, they might just what's it called? Buster call. They might just buster call the entire island. It's like, oh, we were just going to take these couple girls, but since y'all want to act up and try to resist us, we'll just nuke the whole island. And then it's like, do we sacrifice the 3 for all? But then again, it's the same thing. It's like, there's always a choice. Now, what does that choice, what's the cause and effect of that choice? That's always TBD. So then I say all that to say, what's her name? Nylon? Is that the old woman? Was she just out, and did she get word of like, yo, celestial dragon, like there were slaves broken out? Did she go out like searching for them? Because I'm assuming she was on the island at the time that they got taken. Probably knew that there was nothing she could do to get them back, but then when it's heard that, you know, slaves have been broken out, did she go out looking for them? And then just, again, happen to stumble upon Rayleigh and the girls? I don't know. And then I was asking, I don't think this is the part I didn't get confirmation on. Was there a previous relationship between Rayleigh and the old woman? Not like romantically, but did they know of each other? Because how is it that she was able to not find Rayleigh, but come across Rayleigh, connect, like, hey, I got these girls, like, oh shit, I'm actually looking for, like, I'm just curious of like who knows what was going on, who knows who. Because we know Nylon did spend time away from the island. She could have connected with Gold Roger in that time, honestly. But I think I have a grasp on the clarification of that. There's still a couple not plot holes, but just holes in my understanding of, you know, what did Nylon know? What did Rayleigh know? Was it all luck of the draw? Like Rayleigh just happened to be right place, right time. Lucky for the girls. Couldn't ask to be really picked up by anybody better or stronger, really. And then same thing with the old woman, just right place, right time. You know, a lot of questions with that. But jumping into here, I don't know if Rayleigh is trying to be our Nen instructor or what. And then it poses the question of like, I wonder if all of the Straw Hats will kind of get that opportunity of, you know, whatever area they're in or wherever the story takes them. You know, clearly all of them are going to be like saying out loud, like, I've got to get back to Luffy. I'm a member of the, you know, and it might come out that like, I'm a Straw Hat member. I'm blah, blah, blah. And there might be people in the area that like, oh, you're a Straw Hat member. I feel for you and your brother, and I hate the Marines. Your brother, your friend. I hate the Marines too, you know. Oh, you hate them too? I like what you guys are standing for. Do you know hockey? You don't? Let me help you out. So I'm curious just kind of how that goes, if everybody's going to individually learn hockey. And maybe not everybody. Like, does Nami truly need to know it? Does Usopp and Chopper need to be world-class fighters? I would say yes, given what we're going to run into. If they continue to do the same formula. If they do the same thing where it's like new location, Luffy and the crew fight individuals and then come together to fight like the big baddie at the end while Luffy pretty much does it. I'm just going to find it really hard to believe we get later on into the story and we're fighting crews, pirate crews, Marines, etc. And it just happens to be every single time we come across a crew or whatever we've got to fight, there's 5 or 6 of them that don't know hockey and don't have a devil's fruit. Perfect. Nami, that's you. Usopp, that's you. Chopper, it's way too. So I would think, like, do I think Nami's going to be this grand fighter or Chopper? No. But if they're going to be involved in the ruckus, I feel like they should have a base understanding of it. Like, you don't have to be a master Nen user, but you at least need to be able to turn on your aura so that if a Shanks level or Blackbeard, somebody shows up and flexes a Conqueror's Haki on you, you don't pass out for 48 hours, you know? So we'll see how all that plays out. I don't even know if that's what Rayleigh's offering. That's just maybe what I'm getting at here, but we'll see what he has to say. What do we need most? A teacher? Mind, for sure. What is he offering? What do we need? Yeah. All over the world. Are you in shape? Are you in shape to see them, man? But for what purpose? To just go there and get slapped again? Like he said, what? Okay, you want to see your friends, but the same results are going to happen if you guys run into anybody, and they're going to be looking for your ass, bro. They're going to be looking for you more than ever, and you have not gained any strength. If anything, you're weaker mentally, 100%, and physically, yes. Weatheria. Now, these Weatheria scientists, are they connected with Navy and World Government? Are they connected with Skypiea? Are they their own? They don't, because they get delivered the news. The Daily Bugle shows up and delivers them the news. I'm guessing that's coming from below. So like, are they restricted on the technology and things they could do? I don't know. They look creepy as hell, by the way. What the hell? Oh my god. How much shit did she steal from us? Nami had to be disrespectful. Like, you couldn't just leave. Of course, she had to loot the biggest bag she could. No respect. No respect. Bro, you're telling me nothing in this One Piece world flies? Look at this. It didn't work when she left. Oh, fuck, it called her right back. Maybe it doesn't work outside that area? How convenient. I just refuse to believe that there's nobody out here that's flying Boeing 757s. The technology is way too advanced in this world in some aspects. I know some of the islands, maybe a majority of the islands, are like below for like third world countries, like just complete shit. Like as you see where Chopper is. But when you have this in this world at the same time, yeah. All these grand wizards they got going and shit. Scientists, excuse me. That's what you get. That's deserved, by the way. And that's what happened. I wonder why it recalled her back up. Crime? We got jail, bubble jail? Nami, look at the size of that bag. Oh, they're upset. Sentence of flooding or lightning? Like I said, I would have given her a pass if she didn't try to rob them at the same time. Like, what the hell? Yes, we hear you, we heard you. Mm-hmm. She just punch him through the jail. He's literally your only way to get out of here. Relax. I'm curious if every single one of them is going to do everything in their power to leave where they're currently at. Or is there going to be a big enough calling to get them to stay over seeking out Luffy? Because there were a couple areas that, like, Nami was like, okay, maybe I'll stay for a little bit and figure some of this out. Frankie seemed like he might a little bit. But everyone looks like they're trying to just get, like, screw what I was trying to do. Nami really is a proper piece of shit, huh? Cannot believe she did that. I was about to say, why don't you try to speak on what's going on? She's just like, just saying things. Why don't you break down what happened? Yeah, see, she was willing to stay to learn the science of this weather and everything, and now she's ready to dip. We know why, but... Girl, are you gonna speak on it or not? Okay, now we're using our words. The fact that they're referring to that as a war is crazy. Trust me, guys, none of you would have made a difference. Don't feel bad. Luffy didn't even make a difference, so just be careful. It's really bad because all of Luffy was there. Luffy was there for all of their, like, hardest times, and none of them were there for his. Like her moment with Arlong, Usopp's moment with Glasses Boy, Zoro's probably hardest moment was against Mihawk, Sanji's moment. Chopper, like, yeah, we were all there. Well, we weren't there for Chopper's moment. I'll say that. Lady Doctrine was there for hers. Was there for Robin's moment, you know, and none of them were there for her. And she grabs the bag again and him. God, she has to be one of the worst. Because she can't fly the machine by herself. The sound effects that they're putting on them running is kind of ridiculous. I do really like their kind of like Dumbledore top hat and everything they got going. Wizard hat. Was there? I'm trying to think of who else's moments. Frankie's moment, we were there for that. I honestly wouldn't even say that was Frankie's worst moment, though. So I said we weren't there for Frankie's worst, and we weren't there for Chopper's worst. Everybody else, for the most part, we were there for their, like, worst of worst. Alright, get me off of this. Put me somewhere else. Don't you dare put this whole episode with her. Give me something. I want to go back to the Rayleigh stuff. That's the meat. I need to get in there. Is this implying that we're going to Frankie? I guess so. There's such a big storyline here. I'd hate to see Frankie leave. I mean, I would get it. Eh? He found out, yeah. It's interesting too because Frankie and Brooke, for some reasons, are they the last two? They feel as the least connected from Luffy, you know. So it's different to see Frankie with so much care, you know, about the situation. They have no ships other than cargo ships that come in every now and then. Oh god. He's got to wait like a month. Yeah. Oh god. Well, Frankie, it's time to use that brain of yours. This is such a great place for Frankie to be, too, given his, like, Bob the Builder mindset and skills. I need him to learn the ways of this said doctor. Well, why don't you just build one then? That's your next best bet. You can build one while you're trying to think of ways to get off. But just make sure you get this super flavor. I hate when they drop the English in there like that. Oh shit. Gotta be the best part of the episode so far. Why is he? Well, I guess build one. It's not going to be instant, but do what you can. He's like, oh yeah, I did have a ship. Now we have to go into his lab. That's what I'm here for. Get me in there, and then maybe he'll be in there. They have already? And we didn't get to see that? They've already been. I was about to say, is it not cold? I still don't even know technically what Frankie is. How is he even able to survive and do what he does given his stomach lack of organ situation? Oh, shit'll explode. Yep. Oh, they're like on his ass. Have we ever not seen his legs covered? Head of all sciences. Oh. I'm so ready to get introduced to him. He made converted animals or turn them against their will. Was never finished. Yeah. I'm ready to get introduced to this mad scientist. Like, is it going to be, like, is he actually going to be like a true, just, like, he might be a little twisted, a little crazy, like a little mad scientist type shit, right? But like, at the core of him, like, he is trying to invent things and do things for the better. You know, he really is trying to, like, put humanity and humans and maybe his country forward. Or is it like a Moria doctor situation where, like, he truly is just like a proper piece of shit and needs to be stopped? How often does he come back here and, like, use this location, or are all his things fully done and monitored on a Marine, Navy, world government setting? I would assume. And now we're caught back up. Does he even know where he's going and what he's actually looking for? What does it even look like? Damn. What's even the... Ah, man. Yeah, this man is gonna... I don't know if I'm overstating, but I have a feeling he's gonna be a major part to the One Piece story going forward. His work, his inventions, all of it. I feel like some of it already is. Did I just see a plane on that? Yeah, he's like from one engineer scientist to another. I don't want to fuck with any of his shit because I wouldn't want it to happen to my. And he pressed it. He pressed it. Is that the whole thing? Or did he just blow up that little heating area? Or did he blow up the whole What just blew up? What? Oh my god, the narrator had to step in. Who the fuck is Baldimore? Is that the name of the island or location? Bro, what? Do you not see all these paper? Hold on here. Bro, there's so much papers and things are highlighted and tabbed and books and inventions and treasures in there. Well, and the follow-up question is like, does he even like still work out of this location? Like I said, I feel like he might be, everything he does might be fully monitored by the government. And maybe he doesn't even know it is, or maybe he does feel like he's a slave and trapped and can't get out because the government wouldn't want what it's in his head and the things that he's come up with to be used by any common folk, used by a pirate. And it's just all gone. I want to look what was on that piece of paper that he looked at. That looked like a flying blimp. Bro, that looks like a helicopter. There wasn't any words on it because, granted. Bro, that was a straight up blimp / helicopter. What? 100%. That thing, or maybe it's a submarine that fly, I don't know. Looks wild as hell, though, by the way. Yeah, I'm sure they're not letting that information get out. So it was pretty much the most important part, the most interesting part of the episode. Again, Nami just being the worst. I understand the emotions, but there's no reason to steal all that shit. I didn't even think it was like cute or funny. Like there's just really no reason to do that. She's the worst. We didn't get what Rayleigh was proposing. Luffy just kind of like ignored it, and then he said, "All right, well here's my second offer," and then that wasn't spoken on either. So that's unfortunate. We didn't get any of that. I was really hoping to get that, especially since we opened with it. Just didn't get anything. But what can you do? And then I was gonna say I'm all interested in this and what's in that lab and what Frankie might come across and XYZ. And then he blows the entire place up. Like all that's gone. All these papers, all those books, all those treasures, the inventions, the blueprints is just gone. I wouldn't be surprised if he blew up the, what was it, the icebreaker, ice drill that he's even looking for. So just an absolute complete mess. But what can you do? Reminder, I think we're gonna plan for Friday since that's when Vagabond's supposed to be and we won't have Vagabond. Any Marine Ford related questions, comments, concerns, clarifications, questions, anything, or how Marine Ford and the events and the characters that we met there might influence things going forward, or future theories, plot points, stories, abilities, whatever. Anything you would like to discuss, leave a comment about it here. Leave it on the YouTube community post, whatever you want it to be. We're gonna make a Marine Ford post arc discussion and video for Friday. And yeah, we'll leave it there and see how it goes. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, subscribe, and as always,